would like to take the first question? Yeah.
Novak, I guess you're pretty happy about the way you started this tournament?
Great performance against a quality opponent, against somebody that was a former top 10 player and that knows how to play on a big stage. No complaints, everything was working well from the beginning to the end.
You stressed out a little bit your leg at the beginning and in the middle of the first set.
Well, there's a minor problem with my left foot that I hope it's going to fade away as the tournament goes.
Novak, you said you always try to play soccer here. Can you talk a little bit about this recreation area in Indian Wells? Who plays?
Well, as far as I have seen over the years, more or less everybody's playing. You know, football is the most global, most popular sport in the world, so it's obviously popular in tennis on the tour. A lot of players play it, and so we try to use the time that we have after practice or on the warm-ups and so forth, because the goals are already there, so we get a ball and then we shoot and play a few games, and it's you know, it's part of this tournament, part of what this green area represents to players. You know, not just playing football but also warming up and cooling down, and it's really nice. We were just talking about it the other day, that allows players to have a little bit of space on a nice grass surface, you know, before or after they're on the tennis court.
Novak, you know, at this tournament specifically, you know, you've done very well, Rafa's done really well, and Roger's done very well. But in the last 9 years at this tournament, no one has won back-to-back or repeated as champion. Does that surprise you, or is there something about this tournament that makes it hard to win consecutive years?
Well, this tournament, as well as Miami, feel like a Grand Slam in a way, because, you know, you need to win 6 matches to win a tournament, to win a title for a seeded player, and 7 for non-seeded. So the only other tournament where you need to win 7 matches to win a tournament in main draw is a Grand Slam, and it's spread out for, you know, to what, 12 days. That you know, this is the tournament goes on for 12 days, so it allows you, because it's a best of 3, to have the days off between the matches, which is good for players. But in a way, it does feel that is one of the strongest tournaments that we have on the tour after the Grand Slams, and maybe that is the case why you know, it's difficult to win it twice in a row. But you know, it's hard to comment on that fact, why it is such, you know, why it is in such a way that nobody has won it back to back.
But does that make you, does that inspire you more to try to win it again this year, since it hasn't been done for a while?
I will always find an inspiration to win this title. Thank you for giving me another reason to to fight for it. But yeah, of course, I mean, I really respect this tournament and what Larry Ellison and all the people who are you know, leading this tournament and organizing it, for what they are doing for the sport. It's great. Just talking with Rafa and the guys in the locker room, and we all have great impressions whenever we come here. We feel like the facilities are improving each year. They're doing their best to promote the event, and it's really growing, and it's good to see that. It's serving as a great example for the other events.
Great match. You entered like 15 tournaments that year, and now that you're a new father of a child, are your plans the same this year?
Yeah, well, the schedule is going to be more or less the same. Of course, this year I also committed to play Davis Cup, and I played the opening week in the season in Doha, so maybe I played a few weeks more. But it's just the beginning of the season. Of course, my plans are to be on the biggest events in sport that we have. Of course, 4 Grand Slams, 8,000 events, plus Monte Carlo and a few other 500 events. But I don't know what the next day brings. I hope I can stay healthy and I can play well on the big tournaments, so I don't need to play other tournaments. And you know, it's been the case like this for over. I've been very fortunate to be consistently successful on the big events for over the course of last 5-6 years, which allowed me to play with the schedule the way it suits me the best. And I think it's something that also gives me more time to prepare for the big events. It gives me longevity, try to avoid injuries, because tennis is a very demanding sport in terms of physical aspect, because you need to change the surfaces on a week-to-week basis, adjust to the time zones very quickly, and it all takes a toll on your body. And we're all human, so we need some time. That's why it's important to arrange schedule in such way where you need to peak on the biggest tournaments like this one.
Last two. Novak, have you maintained pretty much the same level with your tennis since Australia? And when you look at this event, obviously the courts are a little bit, the surface itself is a little bit slower because of the desert air, balls are flying through. How much do you have to really adjust to combat that?
Well, I played Davis Cup indoors. Before that it was Dubai outdoors, so now it's outdoors again. So I do need time to adjust to it, and that's why I tried to come here as early as possible. Of course, as I said, I played Davis Cup, so I couldn't come earlier than Monday, and then practice a few days in LA, and then came here, practice 3-4 days before my first match. I'm pleased with the way I'm playing, and of course, having won the title in Australia, it allows me to have and carry this confidence into every other event that is coming up in a season. So I do feel confident when I step on the court, also because of the fact that I have a great record in this tournament. And that's something that is positive, and then I will try to maintain as the tournament progresses.
Last one. Novak, you tweeted out that great picture of you dancing with your wife at dinner. It's great. I presume you've been doing some ballet work?
Well, I've been trying to keep up. My wife has been doing a bit more than me in the last couple of years. Every once in a while she does it. So I joined, and I've really enjoyed that ballet session that we had. So I'll pick up a few things and use it for my own, as well, physical preparation. I think it's great. I think people underestimate what ballet dancers are really doing, and how much effort and energy they have to put in dancing and creating such a gracious and beautiful looking moves, and with the music and everything. It's really an art. And I now, when I've actually done a whole session, I respect it even more. I used to, of course, I used to like watching ballet, and now I'm even enjoying it being on the dancing part. So we'll see. And we like doing it because I did it because I wanted to spend some quality time with my wife, and I think that's something that maybe we as a couple can do more often in the future.
A fair amount has been written about ballet and dance. Do you think it sort of refreshes you, lightens you, gives you a certain timeless? I don't know. Of course,
it gives you that great posture, and it allows you to have this gracious movements combined with a beautiful music, and of course you're spending the quality time with your loved one. What else can you ask for? Thank you.